Coming to you live from Maintenance Access. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Drew.
And we are playing the new Elevation cards by Null Signal Games for Netrunner. You may know it as an LCG. I don't know if they can use that term these days.
It's a card game. Yeah. It has cards.
A really good card game that, Drew, you're still an active player of.
Yeah, somewhat. I haven't played for a while, but Elevation, the release, has got me really excited to play more. So
yeah, and I met a lot of my current gaming social circle through Netrunner, but haven't really really since. I don't think I've played it regularly since before COVID. So right now it's been quite a few years. So I'm excited to see what they're doing with the game and to probably get my butt kicked.
For sure, yeah. And Elevation is their new sort of compilation core set. So they released System Gateway a couple years ago, which was their first core set product, and then this is to complement that and be the core product of Netrunner going forward.
Right.
And with this release, also it rotated a lot of old cards. So for a while, Netrunner's been a mix of Null Signal cards and FFG cards of Fantasy Flight games. And now all of those are gone.
Right. No more FFG cards. Yeah. Which I think is going to be a boon for people getting into the game now and stuff, because those cards are so hard to get.
I think so, yeah, for sure.
I think was Null Signal with new art and they've been reprinting some.
You'll probably see some today.
Okay, so some
similar,
I sleeved this deck. Sure. I saw Sure Gamble.
Sure Gamble's still in it.
It's not a complete mix on every card you may know from
not every card. Yeah, there's a handful of them.
But those sets have rotated out.
Yep.
So I am running. You're the evil. I assume evil corp. I don't know.
Nefarious.
Are corps still evil?
For the most part. I mean, I'll read my text ability and you'll see for yourself.
Okay.
I'm playing Bangoon, which is the new Wayland identity.
Yeah, and we should say we are playing some of the recommended core set plus elevation decks. That are available on Null Signal's website, right?
For sure. Yeah. And this is, Wayland Identity. You may install agendas face up. So there have been some face up agendas in Netrunner before, but this just allows me to install them face up.
Is there a reason you would want to do that?
Their abilities are not active. However, when a runner accesses a face up installed agenda, do 2 meat damage and give the runner 1 tag. So I can say, come and get this agenda, but it's going to do a little extra.
And that just happens.
It just happens.
There's no paying or anything around it. Yikes. Okay. 2 meat damage and a tag. All right. This is fine. Yeah. I didn't realize when we started this video that I had at no point asked what your ID is. So I learned live on... there's going to be a lot of that, I think. A lot of me face checking into ice I did not know existed. It's going to be that kind of game. And then I am playing as Muslihat, I think is how you say her name. She's the multifarious marketer. When her turn begins, or when my turn begins, I can look at the top card of my stack, and if that card is an icebreaker or a run event, I can reveal it and then add it to my hand. So this deck has a lot of run events in particular, also a good decent handful of icebreakers, as you might expect, so that I can get that free card draw more often than not, I think is the idea.
Hopefully, yeah.
With that, anything else, or should we draw our opening hands?
Let's dive right in.
While we do that, let me suggest that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We have no Patreon or anything. That's the best and only way to help us out, so we appreciate it. How are we doing on table space here? Maybe we can move these tokens actually off camera and have a little bit more
space here. I realize I need room for ice, so I'm gonna just
right. Yeah. We have space here, so there's some room for ice between us, and you're not gonna need remote servers, right?
Nah.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. My hand's actually not terrible. Actually, I'm going to need you to refresh me on the mulligan rules for Netrunner. Is it an all or nothing?
All or nothing. Yeah, it's the annoying mulligan. Null Signal, come on, fix that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, they have tweaked some rules and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Here and there? I think nothing, hopefully nothing major. If so, I'm going to run into issues. All right, I guess I will... I announce keep or not first, right?
It's...
No, you do.
Corp first.
Corp first, yeah.
I'll keep this.
Okay. I will keep mine too.
Okay.
Can tell I'm excited about it.
All right.
Okay.
So I start with a mandatory draw. That's excellent. That's exactly what I wanted.
I guess while he thinks about his turn, what we haven't done is say what the general objective of Netrunner is.
Yeah.
We've been playing it for so long that, oh yeah, it's possible that someone could watch this video not knowing what Netrunner is. It's an asymmetrical card game where I am the runner. I will be making runs in this cyberpunk setting. What that means is hacking into the corporation's servers, attempting to steal 7 points worth of your agendas. You're trying to install them on the table, advance them by spending actions and money to kind of like complete your nefarious agendas and then score them for points yourself. First to 7 wins. Does that sum it up?
That's basically it.
All right.
Notably, there is another win condition for both sides, but
that's true.
The corp one is most relevant for this, I think.
Especially for Waylon.
If the runner ever takes damage, in this game, damage is cards in hand. You have to discard cards in hand. If you ever can't discard a card from damage, the runner is just flatlined and game over.
Yeah. So that's your ID doing 2 meat damage. That's what that is 2 random discards that could flatline me if I can't afford it or can't afford to discard them.
Okay, I will.
All
right. So click 1. I'm going to install an ice in front of my HQ.
Scared already, huh?
Yeah. Click 2. I'm going to make a new server.
Wow. All right.
Install an ice there. And we're just going to tuck this card, install that in that server.
Ominous. So you did not gain or spend any cash? You still have your 5 credits.
Just 5, yeah.
Okay. Over to me.
Yep.
All right. I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to start with a classic Sure Gamble. Promo card version of it with the full art, but it costs 5 and gains 9 credits, so I'm going to gain a net of 4 credits. So that was my first click. I'm tracking them with these tokens here. Second click.
Oh, did you...
I forgot the very first turn of the game. Yeah, thank you. I guess I
won't soon forget that,
card.
That's going to be...
Okay, yeah, this is a run event. Tread lightly, so I will add it to my hand.
Great.
My grip, rather. That's actually not a bad event right now. Run any server during that run, the res cost of each piece of ice is increased by 3. I'm going to run. I will run on HQ. So I'll run here as my second click.
Okay.
I still remember some of the basics. I want you to spend money on this ice so you can't afford your econ events. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I will res.
Ooh.
So I'm going to spend 2 on a fly swatter. What's the best way? Maybe this way. When you res this ice during a run against the server, purge virus counters. You don't have any of those, but it's just...
And it can end the run.
So
zero strength code gate. Its flavor text to just stop that. It's pretty good. Okay. That stops me. Congratulations. Then... and that's a code gate. Well, that's some information I was looking for.
Sure it is.
But am I ready to... I want to do some more research, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to run here, third click.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to spend
the rest of your money.
I'm
okay.
Bankrupt here. To res a Samak Samoon. So the runner cannot break the printed subroutine on this ice except using a fractor. So no special tricks.
Okay.
The subroutine is end the run unless the runner suffers 3 net damage.
Huh. So I could go through here at the low cost of 3 net damage. Also, you're Waylon. What are you doing net damage?
It's all damage.
Should be illegal.
Should be meat damage, but you know, we take the damage where we can get it.
Borrowing Jinteki tactics over here anyway. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's not worth it, so I will not run through your barrier.
Okay.
And I'll end the run. Okay. Last click, I will... Yeah, I'll just... I didn't get a successful run, but I'll play Mutual Favor. It says search your stack for one icebreaker and reveal it. If you made a successful run this turn, you may install that program if you do not add it to your grip. So I didn't get that action efficiency, but I will call running you down to 0 credits of victory on its own.
It's pretty good.
So let's see. You have a 3 strength barrier and a 0 strength code gate. Obviously, you will never play a sentry, so I'm just going to grab either a fractor or a... Wait, what is the code gate? What is the...
Decoder.
Decoder, that's right. Yeah, I think I will grab Sang Conchal. It's mentioned in Muslihat's flavor texts. I was laughing about it before we started filming because it's mentioned as if it's a spouse or something. Like it says like her beloved Sang Conchal, but it's a rat program. Why not? Okay, yeah, so this will let me break code gate subroutines, and if I'm on a run event, something I will likely be doing, it gets some discount on bumping up its own strength. So this is going in my grip.
Yep.
I have 5 cards in hand at the end of my turn here. That was my last click, so back to you.
Okay. I have a mandatory draw, and I am going to click for 3 credits.
Oh, good. Okay.
Quick, easy turn.
I would call that...
poor.
Yeah, I would call that a pretty good outcome from where I'm sitting. I still can't get that installed card.
You can.
The asset or upgrade or agenda you've
just
got there.
Just take 3 damage. That's fine.
You're not wrong. That is an option. Would you like to cut my deck?
Sure.
And then I will see what's on top of it. It's a run event, Transfer of Wealth. So I will add that to my hand. My grip. Okay. So I don't see any reason why I wouldn't just install Sang Conchal as my first click. Spending 3 for that. And I can get a free look at HQ, I think. But why don't we do it? Why don't we do it the fun way?
Yeah, getting crimed, criminaled.
Transfer of wealth. This is a run that says run HQ. If successful, take 1 tag, and the corp loses 3 credits. Gain 2 credits for each credit lost this way. Yeah. So that lines up really well with the amount of money you have. So I will encounter Fly Swatter. It's code gate, so I will just pay 1 with my decoder to break its subroutine, right? Mm-hmm. I'm doing this right? I'm done with that?
Yep. Okay,
then this does not replace the access on HQ either.
I might take an action here, though, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Sure. I will pay 2 of my credits
I didn't see this coming somehow.
An asset. So this is Regolith Mining License. So it's got 15 credits on there.
Oof.
And for a click, I can take 3 off. So I'm trying to duck some of this stealing you got going on.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't realize... I should have realized you would probably do that, but I sure didn't. Yeah. Okay. So now the run is successful.
Steal my 1.
So I steal your 1, I get 2, and I get a tag.
Right, yeah. And then you get to access.
Yes. It is. Wow! An agenda off the books. Okay. This was a 3... What do you call the number that is...
Advancement
threshold, something like that. 2-point agenda with dividends 1. When you score this agenda, that would obviously be when you score it. But when you score this agenda, you would place an agenda counter on it for each access advancement counter. When your discard phase ends, you may remove 1 hosted agenda counter to search R&D for a card, reveal it, and install it, ignoring all costs, or add it to HQ. Seems good.
Yeah.
Glad you're not doing that. At least not on that copy of the card.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was that run, huh?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So that was my second click. Now I have that tag. It's a click and 2 credits to buy my way off of a tag, right?
Yeah.
Should probably do that. You are Wayland, so if I have tags, you're just going to start blowing me up. I remember that. Okay, why don't I just take a nice cautious rest of my turn, as tempting as it is to go trash your mining license, because are you just going to... There's no limit on how many times you can do that per...
Yeah, it's just 1 click for 3.
Oh, man. The play might be run that.
You'd keep me on 0
It would cost
credits.
me three random cards in my hand and 3 credits. But the upside is it's denying you 15 credits, or kind of 12 extra credits, because you have to spend a click for each one. That's probably the... Is that what you would...
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what I should do?
Maybe.
How attached am I to any of these cards? I could also play one of them, and then I know what 3 I would discard, and then I would be fine. You have no credits. You're not going to punish me for having no cards in my grip,
Maybe.
right? Right?
Maybe.
Oh, man. Let's see. 'Cause, yeah, I could do... Yeah, I think this is what to do. Oy. All right, I'm doing it. This could be a short video. If you can punish this, then we'll see. But I will spend a credit on Overclock. It's a run event that says put 5 credits on this event. You can spend them during this run.
Very nice.
So that's basically going to let me save a little bit on the 3 to trash your card, right? But
For sure.
then as I approach your ice, I have to end the run or suffer 3 net damage. So choose 3 cards.
Tread lightly. Maintenance access. Ooh,
Yeah, it was expensive. But I like keeping you poor. All right, unless you have anything to do as I approach your
I don't.
as I approach your asset, I will pay 3 from Overclock to trash it.
Sad.
Keep you good and broke. That was my 3rd click. 4th click, I will still be diligent and buy out of the tag.
All right.
Your action or your turn.
Ooh, mandatory draw.
I should put this on camera, shouldn't I? There's my agenda points.
Well, wish I had a good follow-up to that, but at 0 credits, not much you can do.
Yeah, I was
Fun
hoping
fact.
that would be the case.
I will install this card, though, and then I'm just going to take 2 credits.
Okay.
Hope that you can't steal these ones.
Well, unless I get a fracture, I don't think I'm running through your barrier
every
again.
turn.
I doubt it. Okay, start of my turn. I will look at the top card. It's a run event, Jailbreak, so I'll add that to my hand. It's a good time to get an extra card draw.
That is quite good.
Okay, this runs HQ or R&D. If successful, draw 1 card. When you breach the attack server, access 1 additional card. I mean, R&D's wide open. And the card draw is enticing. So let me, first click I'm going to draw.
Cool.
Oh, wow. That's a good card. Second click I'm going to draw.
Okay.
Let's just get a little bit of health here. Honestly, third click I'll draw. I think I'll just run last click.
Classic.
On R&D with Jailbreak. So this says run HQ or R&D. If successful, draw 1 card, and when you breach the attack server, access 1 additional card. So,
Okay.
You doing anything before I access?
No. So you get
Okay.
the card first, and
Right.
then you get to see 2 cards.
All right.
So first one.
I might need to... okay. I remind me, I have to make the decision about whether to trash this before I see the next card,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
It's tempting, but I don't have the money for that. All right, you can keep that. And okay,
All right.
all right.
It's got some info.
I do.
That's what I will be drawing.
That was my last click. It's your turn.
Okay. A mandatory draw. Ooh.
Yeah, you could see how I was torn.
Interesting.
Would have been kind of fun to just knock another copy of your mining
Yeah.
license off the top of your deck, but
Yep. really looking for some ice. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make yet another server. So I'm going to install this out here.
Yeah, we can slide things down this way a little.
And I'm going to res a spin doctor. So when you res this asset, draw 2 cards. And it has a bolded text, which means I can kind of trigger it at any time.
Okay.
Remove this asset from the game. Shuffle 2 cards from archives into R&D. If you've played Jackson Howard, this is sort of the
remember what a staple that was. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I'd call it it's different enough to not really be like a functional Wait, did he like draw cards? I don't think he did.
It had an action to draw cards.
Oh really?
So you could click it to draw 3 or something ridiculous. It was very strong. This is on res, which is cool and different. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
seems good.
First click, and I think we're just gonna.
And so, if I were to run on that with the intent to trash it, you could just use its ability.
Yes.
Before I got to it, huh?
I could do that.
Obnoxious.
But I only have 1 card in archives right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to install an ice on R&D for my second click, and then I'm going to click for 1 credit.
Ice on R&D, you say?
Yeah, no more free runs for you.
Annoying. Okay, it's over to me. All right, I will look at the top card of my deck from my ID ability. It is Shred, a run event, so I will take that. Which says, run any server the first time the corp would end that run, prevent the run from ending, unless the corp reveals and trashes X cards from HQ at random. X is equal to the number of cards at the root of the attacked server. So, it's technically a way in through your barrier, right? Can I...
Sure.
I can choose to not suffer the 3 net damage, and then this would skip it unless you trash a random card.
Yeah.
Which is not that exciting. Especially because whatever's there has been there for a couple turns. You didn't prioritize resing it. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm trying to think. I saw 2 cards last time I ran R&D. You definitely drew 1 of them. Did you draw any more? I don't think so. I think I still know what's on top.
No.
Oh, you drew. Oh, right. Spin Doctors. That's right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play some stuff. I think.
Cool.
I think I'm in a playing stuff mood.
Sure.
So why don't I start with first click with a ritual shaper card that says draw 1 card for each click you have remaining. So draw 3 cards. Now we're talking. Okay. I will second click install Marjana, a Fractor, so for 2 credits it can break a barrier subroutine. If I made a successful run this turn, this ability costs 1 less to use, and it increases its strength for 1. I think I'm still playing stuff like 2 credits for Dockland's Pass. Oops, this is not on camera very well. I guess I'll put it here. That's a hardware that says the first time each turn you breach HQ, access 1 additional card.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That was my 3rd click. I'm down to 5 cards in hand. Last time I ran on HQ, it paid off.
I don't know. You'll see
you have 3 cards in hand? I'd see 2 of them?
I have 4.
4 cards in hand. Okay. But do I want to just gain some money is also a question. No, I think it's fine. I'll run HQ.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Okay. So I come up to your Flyswatter. I can break its subroutine with Song Control and just access 2 cards.
For sure.
I don't have much money to trash stuff if I'm going to wish I could. Well, I can wait. This is not in R&D. Okay, I hit an ambush asset I didn't know existed, so this is good to.
Ambush.
This is good to. I'm gonna slow down and read this and make sure I know that this is a thing. This would be triggered if I. Oh no, this still okay. You reveal it from R&D. It's still triggering on me. Okay. When the runner accesses this asset anywhere except in archives, you may pay 4 credits. If you do, give the runner 1 tag and do 3 net damage. Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
At 3.
Whew. All right. Well, that cost me 0 to trash, so I will trash that and access 1 more card. It is your mining license that I do not have the money to trash. So All right. Well,
it's pretty good.
It triggered. It sprung your trap at a time that you couldn't punish me for it. So I feel all right about that. And it's your turn.
Okay. Before my turn begins, I'm going to spend all my money to res an anthill excavation contract.
Ooh. Okay.
So when you res this asset, load 8 credits onto it. When it is empty, trash it. And when your turn begins, take 4 from this asset and draw 1 card.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to do the first trigger of that. So that's
so you spent 3, gained 4.
Yeah, card and 4 credits, and then there's one more potential trigger there, and then I have a mandatory draw. Beautiful.
I wish I had more money.
Interesting one. Yeah, I think I might take advantage of that a little bit.
I hate that.
Not the most efficient, but I'm just gonna install a new server.
Okay.
Just put it there. And I'm gonna res it.
It's your mining license.
It's my mining license.
Didn't see that coming.
So I spent the 2, and I'm gonna spend my second and third clicks taking 3 off of there.
Okay.
So I get 6 back, and there is 9 more on it.
Oh, it's 3 back each time. For some reason, I thought it was 15 credits and take 5 each time. It only took 3 clicks. Okay, so it's not quite as powerful as I thought.
Yeah.
Still, I feel fine about trashing the last one, but
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And that's me. So
you got money.
I do have some money now.
All right. I will look at the top card of my deck. It is not an icebreaker or run event, so I will put it back. It is a good card though, so I will use my first click to draw it. Right? I mean, I obviously did it. I'm wondering if it was actually a good call.
You want to clear it off so your ID triggers next turn. Right?
Wait, what?
I mean, if you don't draw it, then it's just gonna eat.
Then it will.
Your ID trigger next turn.
Valid. So. Yeah. Okay. I need to do something about the money situation. So, what should that be? Clicking for money, I guess. I am going to second click, gain a credit. Third click, gain a credit. And I have 6 cards in hand, so part of me wants to play one. And I could just spend all of this money to get rid of your mining license, which is tempting, but I'm just draining my own economy too much doing that. Alright, this is actually fine. I'm going to click for 1 more credit, and then end of my turn I have to discard to my hand size of 5, a second copy of Marjana.
Okay.
Over to you.
Alright, so when my turn begins, I get 4 off of here.
Yep.
It trashes itself, and I get a card. And then I have a mandatory draw. Let's see what we got to play with.
Spin Doctor can... Okay.
This is tricky.
That's good.
I think it's just money up. So
Wow, okay.
click 1, I'll play a hedge fund.
Oof, alright, gain 4.
So yeah, net.
Oh, you're so
4.
rich.
Yeah. This is where Wayland wants to be. And then
That's where every corp wants to be.
It's true. Clicks 2 and 3, I'm just gonna take 6 more off.
Man. Okay.
4, 5. Let me buck up here.
Honestly, it's fine. I'll just look at 2 cards from R&D again and find 5 agenda points. I think will be my plan.
Okay.
That right? That'll work.
Yeah.
Your turn is done.
I believe so.
Okay. My top card is an Icebreaker, so I will reveal it's my Echelon. Good for breaking Sentry subroutines, and that goes to my hand. I don't think that's what I'm playing now, but what am I playing now is a question. I will go ahead and I'll click to gain a credit, and I'll spend it to install a leech second click. Ooh. That is a virus program that says whenever I make a successful run on a central server, I place a virus counter on this program, and then I can spend them to reduce the strength of ice I'm encountering. Okay, so that was second click. I have 4 left. I will go ahead and make a clean getaway for 3. Run any server, if successful, gain 6 credits.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're looking at your hand as if you have something to do, but I don't know what it would be.
No,
I'm going to run HQ with that. At the Fly Swatter, I have 1 credit left to spend to break a Code Gate subroutine with Song Control. And then I'm going to access HQ.
Yeah.
All right, so successful run triggers happen first, right? Okay.
Right,
not that it matters much, but I get a virus counter on my leech. And then clean getaway was successful, so I will get 6 credits. That order could matter, right? And then Dockland's Pass means I'm accessing 2 cards here. So the first one is scary, but I think I'll just let you keep this measured response. I have the information now that it's in hand. I don't want to spend 3 credits trashing it. Although, man,
famous last words.
Yeah, and my HQ runs would sure be more effective if I trash this. I wouldn't just end up seeing it over and over. Do I have more ways to get money though? Like, no?
Surely you must.
Fine, I will trash it.
All right.
Intimidate me into it. And then Retribution. Play if the runner is tagged trash, installed program, or piece of hardware. Okay, good to know about, but that has no trash value on it. Okay, that was my 3rd click. And my last click will just be to... I guess arguably I should have... I mean, I didn't know what I would see. Maybe I should have done this in the opposite order. But I'll go ahead and do it now. I will play Penny Shaver.
Ooh.
I'm trying to keep my cards on camera here. Maybe the
program's there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Maybe the camera is zoomed in too close, but it makes the game look nicer. Anyway, Penny Shaver is hardware that it's a console. It gives me +1 memory, and whenever I make a successful run, place a credit on this hardware, and for a click, I can take all the credits from it. That's my turn.
Costs you 3 though, right?
Yes, it does. Leaving me with nothing, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Exactly.
Okay. I have a mandatory draw.
Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't do it before that run. Is because I was doing the clean getaway on that run. I needed the money for that. Okay. So it wasn't I don't have to regret anything there. It just would have been nice if it was on the table.
This is interesting. You're on no money. This feels like the time to do this. So
there has never been a better time.
I am going to install an agenda face up.
Oh, you're doing the thing.
So
okay.
Installing Off-World Office. When I would score this agenda, I get 7 credits.
And so I get 2 meat damage and a tag if I steal it. And then meanwhile, you can still advance it normally and score it eventually if you want to? Okay.
And then for my 2nd and 3rd click, because this is a double, I'm going to spend 2 credits and play Touch-Ups. So place 2 advancement counters on an installed card you can advance. Do that there. If you do, choose a card type and reveal the grip.
Wow.
Choose up to 2 revealed cards of that type. The runner shuffles those cards into the stack.
That's really good.
It's really good, yeah.
I mean, I guess I was going to say fast advance and that effect. It's not. Yeah. This wasn't fast because it was 2 actions.
Right,
But basically it was committing to 2 advancements and getting this extra upside.
Right. Great for this ID because it's forking you on the amount of cards you have to take damage with.
Right. And good against my ID where you've seen some of the cards as they enter my hand,
I think
right?
I'm going to say event here.
Okay. Okay. It reveals the whole grip?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I have the echelon you saw me draw, and I do have 2 events, Tread Lightly and Shred. So those will both get shuffled back into my stack. Okay. Cool. That's fine. I have 1 card.
Good for me. So.
But you've increased the odds of my ID triggering, so joke's on you.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, I have no money, 1 card. This is fine.
It's exactly where you want.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
I have more agenda points.
Exactly.
You just have 20 credits, dear God. Alright. Well, the top card in my deck is... okay, yes, it's a run event. It's a fancy promo version that I'm now realizing neglected to put the traits of the card on it.
Yep.
It's overclock, so that'll go to my hand. I had to read the card and be like, okay, logically this has to be a run event, right? Yeah. Okay. It is a cool promo card.
Super cool.
This is a good way to get a run in when I don't have any money.
Yeah.
Could I? It's a tag and
2
damage. Okay. And then I've seen that if I'm tagged on my turn, you can trash one of my programs. Programs or hardware? Something like that. Something bad. Mm-hmm. It would be bad. I know that much. So I don't want to steal that ID or that agenda unless I can do it in a way that leaves me also able to clear the tag. But I can't. That's a separate click to clear the tag, right? So I couldn't, like, overclock, you can't help me clear the tag at the end of that. Huh. Interesting. Because I can definitely get through that barrier. Mm-hmm. But it's your ID. it's mattering here. It's what's stopping me. Although it's also your ID that is giving me the information that I even could try to formulate a plan to get it. So, yeah, fascinating one. Well, anyway, if I was going to overclock or something to get in there, I would need more cards just to survive the meat damage, I think. So I'm going to draw first click. Okay. Your deck just doesn't have sentries, right? I don't mind losing an echelon.
Yeah, never.
I can definitely get in and keep running HQ. If I hit more of that trap I've seen, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah, now I have the money to...
That would be real. That was what?
It.
3 net damage?
Yeah. Good old snare.
Yeah. So that would go poorly for me. I'm gonna draw second click too. I need some more cards and maybe to stumble on some econ options. It's not really an econ option. Alright, I hate it, but I think my next 2 actions are gonna be to click for credits. Well, is there any... No, I don't have enough... No, I guess I click for credits. I can also, like, run archives and power up both my leech and my penny shaver. Good. But that is a little less action efficient to get the money if the main benefit of that is... Oh. You know, I'll do one of each. I'll take a credit, and I'll run archives.
Okay. It's actually not because you get a credit when you take those off of there.
Oh, I missed that detail.
Yeah.
Credit to place one on this hardware, then take all credits from it. Okay, in that case, I think I just run archives twice.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because that's going to get 2 virus counters on my leech. Let me know if there's anything interrupting this, otherwise I'm just fast-forwarding through this. There's nothing face down to access, and I will get 2 credits on my penny shaver. Those are my last 2 clicks. Your turn.
All right. I just drew a card for my first click, and then I think for my second and third click, I will advance this agenda. So I'm spending 2 credits, 2 clicks to advance, and then score it.
And that gets you 7 credits?
7 back, yeah.
Jeez.
There's the 4.
All right, we've reached that point where I'm not gonna run you out of money this game.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're paying to res a lot. Like, I do remember from playing Corp that money can go fast if you're resing a lot of ice, but
For sure,
you're not sitting on a lot of ice.
I haven't seen much yet.
Interesting. That's your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, I will look at the top card of my deck. It is not a run event. Okay. So, let's see. There's no reason to trash your mining license. No reason to try to go for Spin Doctor. Nothing in your protected remote server. How many agendas are in your hand?
5.
Wow, that's tempting.
Pretty good odds, right?
Yeah, it does actually seem like I should be running on that then, doesn't it?
Yeah, 5 cards in hand. They're all agendas. Actually, they're all bites.
Oh, well, that's less appealing.
Even though there's 1 in my archives.
And you can only have 3 in your deck.
Yeah, those are details.
Yeah, minor details. And at least I know you don't have like a lot of other similar traps because they're usually Jinteki and you'd have to spend influence on them.
Cost,
Okay. What is my plan though? I need money. I think I just I'm just gonna run archives 3 times, I think. You have nothing you would be rezzing or no tricks that I can see. So yeah, can I just fast forward through 3 of those?
Sure.
Okay. So that's 3 more counters on Leech. And 3 more credits on Penny Shaver. And lastly, I am going to draw the top card of my deck. Go ahead.
Alright, mandatory draw. Let's draw for click 1. Let's draw for click 2. Let's install...
You're not supposed to install.
Yeah.
Oh, you can install an agenda.
Install that card right there.
Is it an agenda?
I don't know. It's for you to find out. I mean, if it was, surely I'd be installing it face up, right?
Definitely.
And then I'm over my hand size, so I'm just getting those 2.
2 over hand size. Wild. Yeah. Okay. Back to me, huh? I will look at the top of my deck. It's a clean getaway, so I'll add it to my hand. It's a pretty good card right now. So, why don't I... It's not a good enough card to be able to just keep Penny Shaver writing. Okay, I am going to use my first click to take the credits from Penny Shaver +1, so taking 6 credits from there. Second click, I will play Sure Gamble, spend 5, gain 4, so I am up by 4. I have 10 credits now. That feels better. Yeah. That feels more like what I should have. I'm a criminal, you know? I'm not supposed to be penniless over here. And still 3 cards in hand. This is all pretty cool. I am next going to... Let's make a run event jailbreak on HQ. This is the one that runs HQ or R&D. If successful, draw 1 card, and when I breach the attack server, access an additional card. Okay. So, I'm going to see 3 cards from your hand with Dock One's Pass, assuming this is successful. I'll encounter your Fly Swatter. I will pay 1 credit to break its on the run subroutine. Anything else before I access?
Nope.
I guess I get a counter on Leech. I put a credit on Penny Shaver, and then I draw a card from Jailbreak, so that all happens, and then...
3 cards?
3 accesses. Alright. I'm not as afraid of bites this time. I've got 5 cards in hand, so... There's Retribution again. We knew about that. How about an Off-World Office? I think I will steal that. That's, fine. It's threat 4, one might notice, but... And, whoa! Orbital Superiority! That's another 2.
Yeah, you're on 6. Just one away.
Gotta protect your HQ, my friend.
Trying.
That was my third click. I have a click left. Wow. Okay. I almost pulled it off when you. So before we started recording this game, I was willing to play unfamiliar with Drew's deck, but he showed. What is the name of the
Measured response?
Measured response. Yeah. Drew showed me that card. It's like, there's one you might want to be aware of, and it has that threat 4 keyword. So I just said, well, my plan will be to just jump from not threat 4 to winning the game. I almost just did.
Almost did it.
You just couldn't have had a 3-point agenda for me.
Nah.
Okay, that felt like a pretty good third click. Last one. We could see what's going on in R&D, but that's scary. You have 25 credits there, and if it's a mean sentry, I would be in trouble. So I will just go ahead and last click finally install this echelon. It is a killer, so it's a sentry breaker. It gets +1 strength for each installed icebreaker, which means it, including itself, so it has 3 strength. For a credit, it can break sentry subroutine, and for 3 credits, it gets another 2 strength. Okay, and I'm at 4 memory out of 5 because my console's giving me +1. All right, your turn.
All right, mandatory draw. Click 1. I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
Click 2. Install a piece of ice here, so that costs me 1 credit.
Nice.
And last click, I'm going to advance this card.
What? That's not an agenda.
No.
You obviously would have rezzed it face up.
It's not an agenda.
And I do not know the card full enough to know what advanceable assets there might be. Wayland was always the faction of that, right? Of advancing other things besides agendas.
For sure. Ice, yeah. Other cards.
Okay, it's back to me, huh? My top card is not something that I can draw. But let me actually look at it really quick. I'll show the camera. You don't have to know. Sure. I'm not going to assume that I'm going to, part of me wants to just spam runs and, just try to close out the game. I definitely think if you had more agendas in hand, though, that ice would be there. Unless you're trying to make me think that. Why would you install an extra ice in front of not your HQ if you're still...
But this is an agenda, Brandon.
Clearly it's an agenda, yes.
It's an agenda.
Definitely not a trap.
No, never.
Okay, first click, I will install Side Hustle.
Ooh, fun.
That says when you install this resource and when a run begins, place a credit on it, and when there are 6 or more hosted credits, take all credits from this resource, trash it, and draw 1 card. That's not optional, I guess, right? As soon as it hits 6, that triggers? Okay. So now each run is generating several credits between Penny Shaver and Side Hustle. So why don't I, generate some income and keep you honest by running Archives as my second click.
Okay. I'm going to use this spin doctor. So that's just removed from the game, and I'm going to shuffle these 2 face down cards.
Okay.
Back into my deck.
What were they?
Can't tell you.
I mean, I know
Clearly not agendas.
Clearly had overflowing agendas, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe.
Okay, but now the agenda density in R&D has never been higher.
Exactly.
Okay, while you shuffle, that was a successful run, so I will gain a virus counter on Leech, a credit on Penny Shaver, and a credit on... Actually, Side Hustle was just when a run begins, so that's gaining 1 too. Okay. 4 cards in your hand. I only have 3 credits. I should have probably made that a clean getaway, that Archives run, just to get that 3, but it's fine. I guess I can still fix that by just making a clean getaway run on Archives. Huh. I'm just trying to decide, like, is the winning agenda just on top of R&D now? It feels like it would be. Right? Doesn't it feel like that? I've got Leech, so I'm in pretty good shape for not dying to whatever that is. Okay, I am going to run R&D using... No, why? Why would I tread lightly? You have infinity money. I will just run R&D third click.
Okay.
Show me your worst.
I will res. Another Samak Saloon, and not the ice that I really want there.
Okay, yeah, so that's another copy of the one that ends the run unless I suffer 3 net damage, but it is a 3 strength barrier. I've already made a successful run this turn, so it only cost me 1 to break barrier subroutines. I'll just go ahead and spend 2 leech counters to get it down to 1, and then spend a credit to break it.
Okay.
I could have done a clean getaway this run. I just didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm only accessing 1 card, right? I think I have
Right.
no effects increasing that. Okay, show me the winning agenda. Dear God. I think I need to trash that measured response.
Oh no! Perfect.
That being the top card, you were going to mandatory draw and be able to immediately play it.
Yeah.
I sure didn't have, because it's suffer 4 meat damage or 8 credits. I could have survived the 4 meat damage, but I didn't see any reason to not just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before I move on from that, that is a leech counter, a penny shaver credit, and a side hustle credit. And that was my 3rd click, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think last is... I'm going to draw a card. You are up.
All right. Got a mandatory draw. Let's let's draw for click 1.
Okay. I like to see that.
Oh. Yeah, this is tricky. Turns out when you're on 6 points, it's not very good to use my ID ability to show you where the agendas are.
Good point.
You just have to survive.
I just have to
yeah.
not die to 2 meat damage,
Yeah.
and then nothing else matters, even the tag. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Aren't you just going to advance and score the agenda that's on the table?
No, but I will.
Is it? There's no way that's an agenda. Where is your game there?
I will ice HQ for 1 credit.
Yep.
Second click, and then third click, I will advance this card.
What are you doing? That's not an agenda.
It's got advancements on it.
And if it is, if it's like a 5 for 3 with some bonkers effect, I'm going to be mad. Huh. Alright. Checking top of my deck. It is an overclock. Going in my hand. Another shiny overclock. Where's your last agenda? It's not this. It's not. There's no way. But why are you putting more ice in front of that? That trap that you've advanced.
It's not a trap.
It's a trap.
It's an agenda.
Also, why have you not? I guess, why would you take that money? It's just bothering me that this is
My
here.
time is worth more than 3 credits right now.
Yeah, it's just bothering me that is sitting there, like, adding to my decision tree for no reason. It's probably just on R&D. Right, it's probably just on R&D. Don't I just run R&D and win? I have no money, though. Therein lies the problem. Okay. So I guess I better take my penny shaver credits first click. That's 4. Now there's no stopping me. But if I make a successful run, there's 2 copies of Measured Response currently in your archives? Just to check? You didn't shuffle one back in. Yeah, you shuffled two face down cards back in when you spin doctored. Okay. So probably the one remaining one is not in your hand.
I don't know.
And I guess I can just keep 4 cards in hand so you're not going to kill me with it. At least I know you don't have 2 copies, right? Because you could absolutely play them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I am going to... I think it's just a clean getaway run on R&D. So spending 3. This is my second click. It says run any server. If successful, gain 6 credits. And then I can't wait. Wait. Never mind. I take it back. I will just run that on archives.
Sure.
To get the money from clean getaway. I definitely forgot that I don't have the discount on my barrier breaker, right? Yep. Okay, so now I'm at 7 credits, and I am putting 1 on Side Hustle and 1 on Penny Shaver and a counter on Leech. It's up to 8. If you want to spend a turn purging those, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my second click. Third click, do I just run that remote server? I can get in, I'm guessing, probably, but it's not an agenda. That's the problem. All right, screw R&D. The agenda's in your hand, right? It's gotta be. I hate this. I've got all the icebreakers. I just can't imagine what you have that can punish me for this.
I don't know.
Let me run HQ with a tread lightly. Just means resin costs you an additional 3. Why not? Spend 1 to tax you 3 if you want to res that card.
I do want to res this card.
Okay.
So.
Oh God, there's a lot of text on this.
Yes. This is a Salendra. This is a new code gate. You can advance this ice, but that doesn't matter because when the runner encounters it, if it has 3 or more advancements, it does something. But
oh, you can place an advancement token that counters on something else. Okay.
Right.
All right. So it's subroutines. Mm-hmm. You can place an advancement counter on an installed card you can advance. The runner loses 2 credits and do 1 net damage. None of this ends the run, notably. Okay, and you spent 7 credits to res it. That actually runs you down to a number where, if you were to res this ice, who knows, maybe you'd be actually low. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's at 5. My code gate, my decoder is at 2, so 3 virus counters to get down to where I can break subroutines. I'll do that. I'll spend 3 counters from Leech.
Okay.
So it is 2 strength now. A run event is active, so I also could have increased its strength at a discount, but no, I had a million Leech counters. Okay. So, do I care about you getting an advancement counter? Do I want to break that subroutine? I assume it would just go here. That is clearly a card you can advance. But it's just a trap that I'm never going to walk into, so... Do I spend the credit to stop you from advancing that card? I don't think so. Yeah, all right. Remind me, do I make especially since you make a decision on this subroutine, do I let that fire and then decide and then make my decision?
You have to break them all.
Okay, that's right. Okay. I will definitely spend 1 credit to avoid losing 2 credits, and I'll go ahead and also break the net damage subroutine. So the advancement counter fires. You can advance something.
Well, that's this agenda.
It's not an agenda. Stop that.
Okay.
All right, I'll proceed to your fly swatter.
Yeah.
I will just spend a credit with my fractor to break its end the run subroutine, and I'm at HQ. So I should have put a 5th credit on Side Hustle at the start of the run, and then I'm putting 1 on Penny Shaver, and I am seeing 2 cards because of Dockland's Pass. So am I just going to win the game here?
I don't know. Find out.
I think so.
No.
above the law, unless this has any text on it making it hard to steal or anything. Nope. Oh, that did it. Wow. Good game. Netrunner's still fun.
Yeah.
Turns out it's been years for me.
Still very fun. This was not an agenda.
What was it? I am curious.
But it is a clearinghouse. So when your turn begins, I can trash that to do damage equal to the. So it's one where like I actually don't need you to go get it. Like I want it to.
It's not a trap.
It's not a trap in that like when you access it, bad stuff happens.
The trap is me leaving it there for you to advance forever. Yeah. Oh jeez, that's scary. Okay. So. I probably would have. Had I not gotten an agenda there and I maybe would have done one more run, I probably would have ended with about 3 cards. That would have been...
I think the idea of this deck is you trigger that and then you have a measured response in hand. So then that's 7 total.
Because it's a free... It doesn't cost you a click or money to resolve that, right?
Exactly.
I guess it's 0 to res. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a cool card. Good game.
Good game. Yeah. Well played.
Glad that my running skills are still up to par.
Exactly.
That was a lot of fun. It won't be on this video, but I think we're going to record one more with some of the other Elevation Starter decks.
Let's do it.
Switch sides, maybe?
Yeah.
See if I can sweep it?
For sure.
Cool. Well, thank you for the game.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for watching. One more time, if you would hit the buttons below the video, that helps us out a lot. And I'll put links to the decks that we used in the description, too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm saying it here, I will hopefully remember to follow through. If not, make a comment and remind me, and then I will. So you can play these decks as well, and they're also available on the Null Signal Games website, as well as all the other info about this game. Mm-hmm. All right, we will call it there. Until next time, be optimal.